Okay, it's a hard question. I don't remember the first time where I thought I wanted to dedicate myself to the sport. Since I was very little, my father, he owned a martial arts academy. So it was always his plan that I was going to be a UFC fighter, a UFC champion. So it really was never my choice. It's always been a part of my life, and I'm very grateful for that. And I think now, it's something that I do for myself. But in the very beginning, it was something that I didn't have a choice to do. So yeah, some of my oldest memories was on the mat in my father's gym, watching him teach, other fighters, and I would go and clean the mats with a towel. So it's been a part of my life since I can remember. My dad was a coach, so he trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and in Hapkido and kickboxing. So growing up, he was Royce Gracie's coach. And Royce Gracie was, a big part of my family when I was a child. And I looked up to him a lot as a kid. So it's been a part of my life and in my family's DNA since I was a little kid. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a basketball player. I was in middle school and I would love playing basketball. I would wear basketball jerseys to school every single day. But even though that's kind of what my dream was as a kid, I knew that this is what I was going to end up doing because I was never very good at basketball, but I was very good at choking people out. So this is definitely, my calling and what I'm going to be doing in this life. Who is Jean-Paul outside the octagon? I would say someone that's very relaxed, very chill. I think fighting is something that, is a completely different side of me. And outside of fighting, I definitely am a much chiller, more relaxed guy. And when it's time to fight, I definitely can turn it on. But outside of that, I'm very calm. The fight that had the biggest impact in my career was when I fought for the LFA title. I fought a guy named Jacoby Jones, who is a very good fighter, and there was a lot of layers to what happened in that fight, and I ended up losing, and that fight ended up pushing me to make the most improvements and really taught me that fighting is only as serious as you make it. And if you make it this very serious thing, then that's what it's going to be. But if you just have fun and, go into the fight week, go into the fight, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, I end up doing a lot better. So I think that fight for the title was something that really changed my perspective in fighting. When it comes to, at this point in my career, every fight is an important fight. And the pressure is always there, this fight that my debut that I'm going to be having in a couple of weeks, I feel a lot of pressure. I feel, am I going to go out there? Am I going to perform to my fullest potential? And I think, honestly, in the last couple of years, the way that I deal with pressure is praying, praying to God, to the universe, and just asking that I perform to my fullest potential. And when I leave it in God's hands, then the pressure just comes off my shoulders. So a typical day in training camp is honestly like any other day of the year for me, because I'm constantly training like I have a fight coming up. I feel like I need to push myself as hard as I possibly can. So whether it's 2 hard sessions a day or 3 hard sessions a day, I train here at the PI and with my coach Mateus, and I'm doing, striking in the morning, strength and conditioning and grappling in the evening. I'm trying to do, everything I possibly can to get better every day and to outwork the competition. The sacrifices I've had to make obviously have been immense, and most recently the sacrifices I've had to make is moving to Vegas. You know, my family, they live in Los Angeles, in Hermosa Beach, and me and 5 of my teammates have moved to Vegas because we feel like this is where we need to be to take our skills to the next level. So in the past year, I think that's definitely a big sacrifice, being away from my home, being away from my family, and really just focusing on making the improvements necessary to be the best in the world. I'm very grateful that I have a support system of my very close friends and my family who have always believed in me. Even earlier on in my career, I had a few losses, and you know, my close people, they know where I'm gonna go. And more than anything, I think I believe in myself more than anybody does. Whether I lose or whether I win, you know I'm never gonna stop, and I'm gonna keep going and keep chasing this dream. So this is something that I was born for, and I really don't know how to do anything else. So this debut, originally I had an opponent who was a wrestler with like powerful hands, and you know, that was scary. So I was like, you know, I hope I can do good in this one and prepare hard for it. And last week he dropped out, and now I have a new opponent who is 6'4", so he's very tall, and he's had a lot of experience in the UFC. So. You know, I don't think this is an easy fight by any means. You know, it's a guy with a lot of experience. And I think that, you know, if I stay calm and not let the debut and the lights and everything get to me, I can use all my skills and show that I'm better than him. So yeah, I know that this is my first fight in the UFC, and maybe not a lot of people know me. And I think that, you know, after this fight, my goal is definitely that people are gonna see that I'm the new generation of martial artists. You know, this is something that I've been doing since I was born. So I want to show the world that, you know, I have all the skills. I'm a striker, I'm a wrestler, I'm a grappler, and to just show that I'm a very exciting fighter, someone that you want to look at your TV or go buy a ticket and see it live. I want people to be excited when I fight. I think I have 2 goals in this sport, and the first one being that I go to my fullest potential, that I show all the skills that I have, and that I can go as far as I can in this sport, whether that means getting the title or whether that means just being an exciting fighter. I want my skills to show, and I don't want to hold myself back from my full potential. And my second goal would be to inspire the youth, to inspire the kids coming up, the kids that want to become UFC fighters or whatever it may be, that you can make it to the top and you can go far by being yourself and not trying to be somebody else or putting on a persona to, you know, gain more fans or more followers. Just be yourself, you know, and if people like you, great. If they don't like you, also great. But as long as you stay true to yourself, I think that, you know, that's going to inspire people to do the same.